Hello, what is up everyone? So someone recently asked me how to go about a ketogenic diet in the month of Ramzan. So in this video I'm going to tell you what to do and what not to do on a ketogenic diet. So stay tuned. Ketogenic diet combined with intermittent fasting is one of the best tools by far to lose fat rapidly while also staying energetic throughout the day. But that's only possible if you do it right. And by right, I mean when you break your fast, you should be breaking your fast with nutrient-dense foods like meat and eggs. Otherwise, you could end up with a lot of deficiencies. So what not to do on a ketogenic diet? Number one, first, don't have fruits for iftar, because we know fruits have a lot of sugar and it will kick you out of ketosis in no time. Number two, don't have dates for iftar. Well, I know it's sunnat, but dates have a lot of sugar. It will again kick you out of ketosis and you will not have the benefits of ketones. You will not be running on ketones for fuel. So number three, don't have caffeine in Sahri, because you will be fasting throughout the day for at least 15-16 hours and you will be dehydrated, and caffeine is not helping your case. Caffeine will further dehydrate you. Yeah, you can have caffeine in form of tea or coffee for iftar, but the problem is caffeine also disturbs your sleep. If you are someone who can tolerate caffeine very well and someone whose sleep doesn't get disturbed by caffeine, you can go ahead. Someone like me who has used caffeine for good 5-6 years, or should I say abused caffeine since last 4-6 years, one cup of coffee or tea doesn't affect my sleep. But if you are really sensitive to caffeine, I would say it's best to avoid for iftar also. So here's the list of drinks which are high in caffeine. If you want to have them in moderation and try not to go overboard. So what to do when you break your fast and when you start your fast? So first thing you should be really focused on when you break your fast for iftar, first thing you should be doing is hydrating yourself. Now you can have salted lime water and you can use stevia for taste. You can use coconut water. Coconut water is again a good source of sodium and potassium. And number third, you can also have salted charge. So the whole point of hydration, the whole idea of hydration is getting water as well as electrolytes. So having just a glass of water is not going to hydrate you, because all throughout the day we have not had any food, so you have not got any electrolytes through the food. So have these drinks just before you break your fast, and then followed by nutrient dense foods like meat or eggs or white meat or fish, or you can even go for dairy like paneer. Paneer is also a good option. It's slow absorbing and it will keep you satiated for long. And the same goes for Sahri. Have nutrient dense food in the Sahri as well. And if for some reason you're not able to eat these nutrient dense foods, if for some reason you're not hungry or for some reason you didn't wake up in the morning, then I would advise you to have at least 1 to 2 pills of multivitamin so that you don't develop any deficiencies.
So right below I'll put the link for the multivitamin, which I think has a good composition of vitamins and minerals, and this is not a promotion post, this is just an Amazon affiliate link.
If this video added any value in your life, hit like, share, and don't forget to hit the subscribe button down there.